Greetings and welcome to Elect Connect, a candidate forum brought to you by the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. I'm Mary Morgan, the Chamber's Director of Advocacy and Public Policy. Today we'll be talking with Alyssa Bailey, a Democrat who's running for Indiana State House District 62. But first I'd like to take a moment and thank our Elect Connect sponsors, Comcast Business, Bunger and Robertson Attorneys at Law, City of Bloomington, German American Bank, Hoosier Energy, Indiana University, and Smithville. Without their support, our work would not be possible. And now I would like to introduce Alyssa. Greetings, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Sure, let's start if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for office.
So my name's Alyssa Bailey and I'm running for state representative for District 62, which encompasses most of Greene County, Western Monroe County, and portions of Davies and Martin County. And I'm a special education teacher at WRV White River Valley Elementary in Worthington. And I'm an Army veteran and I'm a current member of the Air Force Reserves stationed at Grissom Air Force Base. And I decided to run for state representative because I just felt like our rural communities were not being heard or represented at the state house as best as they could be. And I believe that our families, our schools, and our communities deserve better. So I'm running to ensure that our rural communities are not put on the back burner or ignored at the state house. I'm running to give us a voice.
Great. Well, thank you. I'd be curious about your answer to this question. Our community has been considering a local income tax increase, and I'm talking about the Monroe County, Bloomington area. What changes to state law would you support related to local income tax?
So that's a great question. When it comes to our communities, I think that local control is important. And who better to make decisions about our local communities than the very people that live and work here? So we know the needs that our areas face, and I think we should be able to help address those needs in the most effective way possible, and that may be through taxation. However, I think that this needs to be done with checks and balances along with transparency into where our resources are being used. And it also means to allow our local citizens to have a voice in this matter. So looking at tax specifically, the state only allows us to consider loans, bonds that you have to pay back, or a regressive tax. And so that's like your flat tax rate that everyone pays the same amount. Think about our 7-cent sales tax, for example. So this should not be the only option. A progressive tax, that's what we use for our income taxes, and it's based on your income bracket. So that should be able to be considered as well as other solutions that don't involve taxes. I think that when we can open up other options and we can allow and promote local dialogue and involvement, then the community can really come together to offer better solutions and make decisions that best represent the needs and voices of those in the area. So I'm supportive of local control, getting local control as much as we can, and of course, offering better options, more options for us, even in the form of taxation.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And as a reminder to everyone, we've been talking with Alyssa Bailey. She's a Democrat running for Indiana State House District 62. One more shout out to our Elect Connect sponsors, Comcast Business, Bunger and Robertson, City of Bloomington, German American Bank, Hoosier Energy, Indiana University, and Smithville. And finally, a reminder and a plea to vote on November 3rd or to do early voting. For information on this year's election and all candidates in our local area, please visit these online resources, monroecountyvoters.us, or the Chamber's election resource, chamberbloomington.org/2020-general-election. Thanks so much for joining us.